All right, so we've got the anti-feminist Avengers.
Yay!
I don't even know what the fuck that is, and I don't know how to even
Sounds like garbage to me.
how to phrase that. So we're just gonna just go with that. Good news for anybody looking for a gritty Joker movie this fall, and hopefully Aaron joins us in a little bit because we've got some really good news. Well, not really good news, but something he'd be interested to hear. Who Robert Downey Jr. would like to replace Iron Man in the MCU. All this and more coming up on Fandom Nonsense. Okay, so apparently there is a fan edit called Anti-Feminist Avengers.
Let me guess. They just cut out all the women?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure. Where is the... Let me read this.
What would the Avengers be if you cut out all the women?
The Avengers without Black Widow.
I mean, like,
And,
everything, like Infinity War
And Captain Marvel and
Captain Marvel.
Gamora, Mantis.
All right. So,
Sweet baby Mantis, no. Sweet baby Mantis, no.
Sweet baby Mantis. Yeah, Mantis isn't a woman; she's an angel. But oh yeah, welcome to Fandom Nonsense. I'm Zach.
Serena.
I am also Nolan.
Like I said before, Aaron might join us
He might.
later. He might not. Tune in to find out, or stay tuned to find out. Whatever, fuck you. So, yeah, the Anti-Feminist Avengers is a fan edit. Let's see. The Avengers Endgame may have lost some momentum, but it's still inching closer to the top of the all-time worldwide box office. The film effectively delivered a sense of closure and celebration over the course of 3 hours. It also gave fans an experience that pulled them through the complete emotional spectrum. This diverse collection of heroes showcased Kevin Feige's commitment to representation within the franchise. But some people just can't help their fragility. Well, they can. They just choose not to out of some misinformed notion that giving communities other than white males representation in superhero cinema is the first step in mayonnaise genocide. Who wrote this copy?
Wow.
Because this is great.
Yeah.
Brian Bell, good job. You are a good man. I'm liking this.
They're stealing jobs from white people. Can you believe it?
It is for this reason that the worst corners of fandom have taken it upon themselves to re-edit globally loved films into mishmash splice jobs meant to raise any sense of diversity. Avengers Endgame wasn't exempt as an anti-feminist fan edit dubbed the straight white male cut popped up online weeks after the film's release.
Garbage.
Yeah. The edit cuts the film's running time in half by removing as many instances of females, people of color, pseudoscience. Pseudoscience?
Why pseudoscience?
Honey, it's a comic book movie. Anyway.
People can't go back in time. Bullshit.
So, okay. How did you manage to keep, like, more than half of the movie?
Right.
Cutting out pseudoscience out of that. Anyway.
Doctor Strange?
A depressed Thor, by the way, best part of that whole movie.
Right.
But anyway, you fucking projecting. And a litany of other elements deemed unworthy by someone nobody cared to ask. It's unintentionally funny and profoundly stupid. So stupid, in fact, that it deserves some seasoning. Luckily, there's plenty of salt in the cupboard and plenty of brie to boot.
Just this whole mentality of like, oh man, including people who aren't straight white people is taking something away from me. Like, you can't, just because you see a gay person doesn't mean you can't be straight anymore. Like, I can't imagine someone just, like, seeing, like, coverage of, like, the Pride Parade on the news.
Yeah.
And then turning to their wife of 30 years and being like, this is done. It's ruined. It's over now. I can't even look at you anymore. Gay people? Obviously, this is bullshit.
I don't even, and I have to watch it. And in fact, that'd be a good place to start, and I've been meaning to for a while, but that'd be a great place to start this season of Couch Lock.
Oh my god, yes, we should absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Still need to do Pokemon.
Yeah.
Still need to do Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of couch lock that needs doing.
Yeah.
No, I just keep thinking of, like, when you're reading that Bo Burnham's Straight White Male song.
Yeah. Basically, I'm just imagining, like, instead of the Avengers theme, just that playing over, like, all the epic action sequences.
God damn it. Like, go fucking lick your wound somewhere, you fucking pussy.
Right, that's what DC is for. DC's for you fucks. Like, you guys can have all of your fucking hard ass, fucking broke ass, fucking bitch ass, fucking dumb ass. Bullshit over there.
God, I just can't, like, people who... They just get so fed up with women being in superhero roles. They're like, women aren't as strong as men. This whole mentality, it's like, yeah, men can't lift fucking cars either. It's like...
See,
Yes.
I don't know. I find that most of the characters that I like and that I kind of gravitate towards over the past pretty much my entire adult life have been females.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but as a main protagonist, I find Rey way more interesting than Luke or Anakin ever were. I find Luke a lot more interesting in Episode 8 than I ever found him in the original 3. Like, Episode 8 was a movie that made me like Luke Skywalker, honestly. But
I liked him in A New Hope because he was just kind of a blank canvas. And you kind of just imagine whoever into that kind of pilgrim role.
Right.
But that wasn't from his own merits. That was just the fact that he was in this grandiose story. And yeah, I totally get that. Rey she does have that thing going on where what's the trope that people accuse her of being?
Mary Sue.
A Mary Sue, yeah. Which, fine, but all of the Force-sensitive characters are that already. So it's not like anything new in the Star Wars universe. It also doesn't hinder her character or the development or, like, what we're supposed to learn from her experience.
Or, of course, Ruby. It's hard to, like, to not find plenty of strong females in that show.
Right.
But in, like, Super, I fucking love Caulifla.
Yeah.
And, like, even in a universe where that doesn't exist, I still find that just by the merit of being female, there's a more interesting struggle than there is for men. I find that, like, the subtext of women overcoming and being heroes, I find a lot more interesting than just another fucking white guy who, who inherited a fucking cow from his parents or whatever.
We studied that somewhat in psychology, just as, like, a one-off case, about how, like, people tend to empathize more with female characters being stronger due to the fact that a lot of writers feel like females, it's a better way to show emotions.
Yeah.
And to empathize with them that way because they don't want their males showing emotions.
Right. It's almost like you have to justify men having emotions.
But then women can just have them.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, there has to be some kind of, like, setup, like, oh, he saw his parents dying right in front of him, and that's why he's able to cry.
Right. Yeah. With men, we have to justify their vulnerability. With women, we have to justify their strength.
But I think justifying strength is part of a superhero story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, so it makes more sense to me, and it's more, I don't know, I've always found it more compelling, so I've never been able to, even on like obviously it's dumb, but even on like I get it, representation thing, like, there's plenty of dude out there if you need some representation. Like, there's more than enough for us. Yeah. I've always just found, like, story-wise, going with a female lead more compelling, honestly. And I think the same thing with any kind of, like, at least a representation minority group. Like, I don't think that Into the Spider-Verse would have been as good without a Black Hispanic lead in Miles Morales. Like, I think that adds a whole lot to the character.
It's a different kind of New York experience.
Right. And again, it's the subtext of, it's not just what he personally has to overcome, but, like, just his, like, the reality of who he is and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
the way people see him.
Right, exactly.
Because with Peter, the worst he has to worry about is people seeing him as a nerd. Like, maybe not wanting to go to prom with him.
Right.
But, like, shit's pretty rough for Miles.
And I mentioned that a little bit in the first over-analysis video. Go over to the Fandom Nonsense channel, check that out. Talking about Spider-Man and the Working Class, working on either Power Rangers or Good Burger for the next one. I'm honestly not sure, but shameless plug. But yeah, I wish they would lean in. I wish they would lean into that a little bit more with Peter. Is the poverty angle and like his own struggle and where he comes from, because yeah, they emphasize the the nerdiness and all of that more, but I don't think that's as relatable on an underdog level, because everybody that's kind of a position of clout now, is how knowledgeable you are on that kind of thing.
When Spider-Man first came out, that was something that would make you a pariah.
Right.
But nowadays, it's something that we kind of celebrate.
Right. Revenge of the Nerds Part 5.
Right. It's fucking 21 Jump Street. Remember the first remake?
Yeah.
How they illustrate how the role had switched between the time they were in high school to the way it is now.
Taco is losing his fucking mind.
Yeah, he sure is. Yeah. No, I'm all for any kind of inclusion. I feel like I took it for granted as a kid, seeing so many people I could immediately relate to. You know, I could watch Smallville and just feel like it was for me.
Yeah.
You know, I never even had to consider being out from the people whose potential for greatness was unquestioned. You know, it's different. You know, it's if you don't see anybody in your in any of your pop culture that even sort of you can relate to, then it's disheartening, I imagine. You know.
I actually was not allowed to watch a lot of stuff when I was growing up, so most of the stuff I watched was just male leads.
Yeah.
Didn't have any females in the show at all. And I always asked my grandparents and my mom, why isn't there anyone like me that I can relate to in the shows? And they were just like, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if Robert Downey Jr. has his way, you might have someone to relate to in the MCU. Following Avengers Endgame and the aftermath, almost half the original team has been wiped out. And while this may pave the way for new and existing heroes to step up, Robert Downey Jr. has openly suggested that that Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, should be among the icons in the MCU.
Ooh, we guessed that, didn't we? With
Well, Aaron predicted that one of the characters in Captain Marvel would become Ironheart.
Yeah.
But we don't know for sure if that's going to be the case. But it appears that Robert Downey Jr. would be happy to see that, and I think a lot of people would be.
Not these anti-feminists.
Which he said. Which he said Riri Williams, so it would be a new character. Wouldn't be Monica or whatever, or I can't think of Monica Rambeau or her daughter.
Right.
Yeah, and some history about the character, which I've never really read anything.
Oh, I don't know shit about Ironheart.
Created by Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Deodato in 2015 within the Marvel comic book universe, Riri was a 15-year-old MIT student who reverse engineered one of Iron Man's armors and reassembled it. Tony Stark was so impressed that he introduced himself to Riri and endorsed her decision to become a superhero. Later, she redesigned her armor and tried to honor Stark's legacy as Ironheart. Riri's onboard AI was also based on Tony Stark's mind, which could be an intriguing way to keep Downey in the MCU.
That would be neat. Yeah, we have definitely said something about that before.
So, yeah, there's something in Spider-Man with that. I don't know if it's a message to Peter or something, but there's something with Tony in it. I'm obviously not sure what that's going to be.
Right.
I wonder if they'd combine the Riri Williams thing and the what's his name, the kid from Iron Man 3,
Oh yeah, what was it?
I can't think of his name right now, but make him be Ironheart or something.
Yeah.
You know, since they've already got that character in there who's obsessed with Iron Man or whatever. And
Did he show any kind of technical like?
I've only watched Iron
Did
Man
you?
3 once, and
I don't remember him having any kind of like skill with any of that. I think
I
it was just
buried it
really.
under so much alcohol the next day, I don't remember.
See, I haven't seen Iron Man 3 at all.
3 was
but
okay. It's not. It
I've
doesn't
seen,
feel
like-
like an Iron Man movie, really.
I've seen like a lot of fan posts talking about how he does have some sort of skill
Okay.
in like technology.
Yeah.
It felt more like a Liam Neeson type
Yeah.
thriller kind of
It's not.
spy thing than an Iron Man movie.
Yeah. It's not what you go into Iron Man to watch or expect.
I mean, they already did 2 movies that were kind of straight down the middle with the old Iron Man shtick. This is like, what if we took away his suit for the most part?
You know, I don't know what I go to an Iron Man movie to expect. There aren't enough of them to really
Right.
make a judgment call. Like,
Oh.
I'm going to there's going to be some kind of political intrigue if it's a Captain America movie. There's going to be some kind of politics to it, whether it's a war movie or an espionage film or, you know, the fucking good guys, bad guys, who's who of Civil War. There's always that kind of element. Or at least in the 3 that there's been that kind of element to a Captain America film. Some element of fantasy
Yeah.
to Thor.
The only thing I would associate with Iron Man, I'm talking like bare bones, is just that you expect him for a large portion of the movie to be fucking shit up in the Iron Man suit, and they kind of just subdued that for 3, which is
Right.
the only thing I'd really say was a main departure. And the undercutting of the Mandarin character, which I thought was actually pretty interesting, because typically Mandarin's like an actual sorcerer, not just like a figurehead that's being used as a scapegoat or to
Right.
distract attention. Which the Iron Man movies have always had like at least a subplot of some kind of politics. Like the ramifications of
Yeah.
the military-industrial complex and like how these arms dealers are,
Right.
basically profligating all these wars by arming both sides or even just one of them.
What else? Oh yeah, and really to nobody's surprise, Todd Phillips has confirmed that the Joker is rated R.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What would you have done if they said PG-13?
Been confused? Not completely dissuaded from seeing it though,
Yeah.
because you can pull that off. There's plenty of animated movies
Yeah.
in the animated series.
What was Deadpool rated?
R.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They did a PG-13 remake
Sorry.
for Christmas,
Yeah.
but yeah, the releases were R.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope it's used well. Like.
Yeah, I hope it's not just like random gore,
Right.
because Joker doesn't fuck people up unless it's funny.
Right.
Reminds me of that famous part of an issue where the Joker's like he's paying some kid to be his valet, and he walks into this building and he murders a bunch of people, and then he's like, "You're not gonna kill me, are you?" The kid does to Joker, and he's like, "No, that wouldn't be funny. Why would I do that?" And then he drives off.
As we've said before, Joker centers around the iconic arch nemesis and is an original standalone story not seen before on the big screen. Phillips explores Arthur Fleck, played by Joaquin Phoenix, a man disregarded by society. It's not only a gritty character study, but also a broader cautionary tale.
With my
It-
face.
I accept it on the terms that it exists in its own canon outside of anything else, but I don't want to relate to the Joker. Like, I don't want to walk away from this movie understanding or empathizing with at all with the Joker, and it's gonna be very hard to have a lead character, even an anti-hero, that people can't justify. Like, you have to establish whatever turn
No, bud.
he has, and you've got to establish like whatever that breaking point is, and go beyond any reasonable point of justification, for it. You know what I mean? Like, sure, your mom was abusive or whatever, like whatever thing they're setting up, and your dad beat you or whatever, all kinds of awful things. You were raped as a kid, whatever.
None of that's a justification.
None of that's justification. Now, there is a certain justification. Okay, it's understandable why he would be, like, broken and maybe violent or something. But, like, torturing people, like, there has to be some kind of line crossed of there of, like,
Right.
oh, he's going too far.
Right. I don't expect for them to make him sympathetic.
I
think
do to an extent,
Yeah.
and then for him to just completely cross it.
Right. That's what I'm hoping for.
No, I mean, like, I don't think they're going to establish the Joker as being somebody we can empathize with or sympathize.
I think it's going to be hard to make a good movie if they
Right.
don't, though.
No, what I'm saying is I think they're going to take us to that point to where we're not going to be able to empathize with
Yeah.
him anymore.
Right.
And I think, there's a couple options to do with that. They can either show that he's been hiding his true tendencies the whole, like, the time of him being
Right.
Fleck, and then,
Yeah.
like, him being the Joker is who he always was,
Mm-hmm.
or they're going to just find some way to, like, chip away at all the things that were keeping him from being
Right.
the Joker, and, like,
Which do you find more interesting?
it depends on how you do it. I think if the cinematography is good and the writing is subtle enough that I would like to see the hidden, like, psychopath.
Yeah.
Because I think that's, to me, it's scarier than
Yeah.
than somebody just having been beaten down their whole life and breaking finally,
Right.
but to have always had that in you and then just
Snapping.
just finding a way to finally exercise it.
And I think getting back to the earlier conversation, I think it speaks to something in the cultural milieu. The people who, and especially if it's taken a lot from his perspective.
Yeah.
Like, in his own mind, he's just a nice, humble, meek guy who never hurt a fly, never did anything
Right.
wrong, but he's really like, this is who he really is under the surface.
Right.
Like, and it's just waiting on someone to turn him down at the bar or whatever for it to come out.
I feel like that's a lot more realistic.
Oh,
If they do
absolutely.
it that way. Then it's like slowly chipping away.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm calling it now though. If they do it like that, they're gonna piss off the fucking incel crowd, which is
Yeah,
the crowd
good.
the crowd that fucking loves Zack Snyder and, like, wants the Snyder cut and all of that shit, and hates Wonder Woman, and, like, yeah, it's gonna piss them off because it's basically who they are.
Yeah, I mean, they can go fuck themselves. Nobody else is going to. No, here's the thing with that. I don't want. Yeah, I don't want them to find a way to justify him freaking out as, like, a real means to deal with all those emotions.
Right.
And I think that telling that kind of story can, to the right person, have that kind of influence. It can legitimize all their feelings of self-pity or whatever they're not addressing in themselves that is causing them to be pariahs in society.
Right.
Because it's not, if you are not good looking, which a lot of incel people tend to think is like your only value in society,
Right.
there are still people who have sex with you. Like, that's just true.
Right.
There's people
Like-
who have no,
Lower your own standards a little bit.
right.
Yeah.
Or just fucking be a person and don't
Yeah.
determine your value based on where you can put your genitals.
Right.
And if you're, like, legitimately nice to people, you're not going to have that moment where you're like, I've been so nice to you, why won't you sleep with me? Because that's
Right.
not something that a nice person would think,
Yeah.
Anticipate, yeah.
Right. That whole mentality of, like, obviously you don't want a nice guy because I've been nice to you this whole time that I've known you. It's like,
Anytime someone says that, it's just like, well, you really haven't been.
you haven't been, because if you were just acting in a way like it's a transaction. Like if you act a certain way, then you will get a certain response. Then you're not doing it for the right reasons, and that kind of makes your whole argument illegitimate.
I definitely had like a guy give me a bouquet of flowers and be like, "So you're gonna sleep with me now?" And I'm like, "These are worth $4.97 at Walmart."
God, how much are you? Shit.
Should I have gotten the $15 one?
You need a gift card?
It's at least 2 bouquets.
You just won't let me forget our first date.
And we will be right back with the first word. I guess we've got a few episodes of Camp to cover. So this season, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, I love these episodes, but it's just like I don't know where the overarching trajectory of character is going to be this season, but I don't know if I could have in the earlier ones with how much the first one kind of showed us David and then Max and everything.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the payoff is going to be for this season. And there haven't been any emotional hitters yet.
Yeah.
I mean, Nerve, kinda.
Yeah, kind of.
As much as you can relate to Nerf.
Right.
He's kind of
Yeah. Maybe that's what this season's gonna be more interesting on.
Yeah, some of the side characters and stuff.
I mean, we got 2 fairly Nerf episodes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Can we get started talking about Nerf clones?
Yeah.
Oh my god. His character got so much fucking space to play around in this fucking episode. It also tore away a lot of some world building rules that I thought Camp had. Like some, because they fucking had a black hole. They cloned a dude.
Yeah.
So many times.
Yeah. Neil is apparently such a hyper genius that he can make a fucking largish hadron collider.
Yeah.
I mean, as crazy as it got before, it was Nikki's assumed superpowers,
right?
Being able to commune with nature.
And then Neil's a fucking super genius.
Yeah.
Max actually has feelings. That's it. That's the whole show.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. No, but fucking Nerf has to engineer his friendship, and the only person he's capable of being friends with is himself.
Right.
But then he realizes that creating more of himself just makes everything shittier, you know? And he gets what he wants. And he gets the satisfaction of having friends, and it kind of takes away his edge.
Right.
He's completely incapable then of being the bully that he was before he renounced bullying.
Yeah.
Like it was his religion.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. I renounced it. It doesn't matter.
Oh, man. But there's this... we said we wouldn't get into leftist politics, so I want to fashion this weird...
I mean...
We've already hit it.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. He creates a fascist movement throughout the... Because that's kind of what if we look at Nerf as an aggressive ideology, they kind of spread diseases.
Yeah.
And sometimes those degenerate as they get more and more expansive. Mm-hmm. And so it's as the clones have this breakdown, it's it shows how an idea which at its core is very defensible, even if it is completely shitty. Mm-hmm. It can be defensible logically, even if it's completely morally repugnant.
Right.
And so it's Nerf, it's all of that the logic holding in together his very fucking ridiculous personality.
Right.
He gets pulled away as the Nerfs get more and more stupid and capable of being complete Nerf.
Yeah.
It just leaves behind his id. Mm-hmm. just his shitty fucking instincts. Mm-hmm. He pulls Max out. One of the shitty Nerfs pulls Max out of the isolation chamber.
Yeah.
And it's just water, go away, or whatever he says.
Fucking Max's line after that was, this must be the feeling right before someone kills someone. Or right before a serial killer realizes they're a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shitty Nerf just his main thrust was just like, how can I fuck up anything that's directly in front of me? And it got to the point where his motivation came to, I'm gonna take the water out of this container and that'll satisfy me.
Right.
Just because he wanted it in there.
And then, like, in the end, he has to, like, he has to bully himself
Yeah.
into a black hole.
Yeah.
We see what Nerf is insecure about to his core.
Yeah.
What his actual weaknesses are.
That he's a ginger. His dad never
Of course,
loved him.
daddy issues.
Daddy
There had to be
issues.
that.
Daddy issues. Man titties. And what was it? There were 4 or 5 things.
Yeah, all the classic things that would
Right.
cause you to be
Ginger,
fashion.
fat, man titties, daddy issues. Mom, did you?
But like the daddy issues, he like goes back and starts a Super Saiyan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it blows them just close enough to Neil's machine that he.
Oh man. It's some sick line about Dad never calling. Oh, I wish I could remember it,
Yeah.
but it's. Oh, Nerf is the king of bullies.
There's something about talking to someone's dad, and it was like, but it won't happen because your dad never calls.
Yeah.
And then Nikki broke the switch.
Mm-hmm.
She claimed she broke it. She just offered that up.
Right.
Like all she did was pull it, and then it was.
She was like, I'm a lab assistant. I broke it. Which is basically me at work.
Yeah. Nikki doing anything with Neil is always my favorite time in camp.
Yeah, they're the best. Neil would be content to stare at a wall if it meant he didn't like risk anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nikki's the exact opposite. Would rather like push her head through the wall. She doesn't have to look at it.
Right.
For a while there, Max and Nikki were my favorite pairing because absolute chaos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Whenever Max gets a chance to exploit Nikki's super powered engine.
yeah.
Right.
Nikki's just the best.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then this week we had the
The whodunit.
P. Yeah. Yeah. The whodunit was good. I'm surprised it took them this long to get to a Who Peed the Lake episode.
Well, I mean, they constantly haven't been swimming in the lake before,
Right.
have
Right.
they?
No, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
and then Gwen even says, like, we can't lose another one. We can't lose another one to the sea. Or it wasn't even that she said that. It was that David
David told her that.
kept repeating
Yeah.
to her, like, I cannot stress enough.
Was David in this episode?
Nah, David.
No.
No.
But she was like,
She mentioned that
Yeah.
David had said we can't lose another kid to the sea.
yeah.
And that's why he had been dry run teaching Space Kid how to swim, which, what?
I imagine David was just like this.
Yeah, you just gotta, I mean, that is the first thing you do is you just sort of like, hey, here's the arm motions, but it's like one day of that. And then,
Right.
You went to swimming lessons?
Yeah, when I was super little, I could already swim,
They just
but
throw us in pools in Georgia.
I mean, that's kind of a thing. A lot of people, it's like all over thing.
It's actually why my brother has like
I mean, yeah, that's how I first
his head
learned to
can't go
swim.
underneath water because he got so much water trapped in his ears.
Oh man,
He had tubes
Yeah.
and then like they ruptured.
that sucks.
Yeah.
It's internal tubes. Yeah, fucking swimming.
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 And peeing. And that's the first word. And welcome back. No really fun games to play, so we're just going to talk about whatever for the next 20, 30 minutes, and then that'll be that. New development for us, though. You'll probably see some pictures and stuff if you go over to the Indie Carnival or Bone Farm Facebook. we got ourselves a new office,
Oh yeah, we did.
and
Gonna be doing some podcasts from there. Gonna
Yep.
be working on a bunch of shit down there. You'll see some footage, I'm certain, before long.
oh yeah, I think let's see, not this Friday, but next Friday we're hoping to have a special inaugural podcast. It's gonna be just chilling, not a fandom, just a pure Indie Carnival podcast. Gonna be doing that from there, and then soon, hopefully, into this summer, we start doing some sessions over there. Does It Science Season 3 coming back?
Coming at you.
I promise.
It's happening.
Eventually.
Get off of our backs, all right?
No, honestly, get on my back a little bit more. I need the pressure.
Yeah, I guess so.
So yeah, do you want to start with like good things and like happy and positive things, or do you want to like, because I can hit you some depressing shit if you want me to.
I feel like we should slowly go down, maybe.
You want to slowly
Oh,
go
you
down?
want to leave them on a depressed note, you know?
Well,
Okay.
we're gonna go into camp after this, so the other thing would be just.
Well,
We're in the past, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. Let's start with something positive. I didn't see. I keep seeing everything about it, but what's up with Cyberpunk 2024?
Cyberpunk 2077 is a game coming out this year. It was it was developed by CD Projekt, who did The Witcher 3, all the Witchers, and they make the best games as far as development, I think, in the past decade. And Cyberpunk 2077 is really anticipated because of the mocap of a lot of like Hollywood actors like Keanu Reeves. And because it's kind of gotten a little controversy here recently, because in the character creation function, you can choose, or you can create a character that isn't gender binary. So transgender characters are now a viable option in a major release of a game.
Yeah.
Which people who like to bitch about things that don't matter
Right.
or don't affect them are sure to be pissed off about that for no reason.
Yeah.
But
You can also do that in Sims 4. Actually, they have a transgender.
that's
option.
fucking awesome. Yeah.
Well, an update about maybe 6 months ago, you can do your gender, and then you can be like, can your character get pregnant or not? Can your character pee standing up? And like you can customize it through options like that.
Okay, but you still force them to identify as male or female, right?
Their bone structure is what that's for, but
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just they're going for a hyper realism. Like Witcher 3 had some of the best character rendering I've ever seen, and that was released a few years ago now, and is still holds up to some current releases, despite the game being huge. And open world games tend to suffer whenever the graphics are involved because
Right.
of just how vast the landscapes are and how big the draw distance has to be.
Right.
But they spare no expense, and they like hone in their developers into one project so that they don't fuck anything up. It's not like Bethesda, where they're going to release a game that is half broken when you first get it, and then they release updates and patches to make it better. So I think we're going to have the option to create a character that you can legitimately identify with, or one that will actually look exactly like you.
That's awesome.
And it's got the futuristic setting. It's going to be kick-ass. It's going to probably elucidate how I hope gender politics are in the future. It's less of an issue.
Yeah, and I said this on a Facebook post earlier today, and like, definitely understand and support inclusion and representation, everything. But God, I wish that we would evolve to another fucking level of political discourse. Like
Talking about this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so fucking juvenile and...
Yeah, it feels like we're being held back, and we could focus on things that are actually hurting people, not just like that. The fact that some people want to exist in a gender that they may not have, or that is separate from their biological sex.
Right.
We could be saving the earth from dying, but apparently people care more about the things that are between their
Right,
legs
yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, people care about the person in the stall next to them more than they care about fucking polar bears.
Right. I don't see why you can't just, when somebody says, "Oh, I'm a woman," you can't just be like, "Okay."
I thought you were gonna say I don't see why anyone would care more about humans than polar bears. And just be like, yeah, same. But
Do you have a happy story?
a fly hit my face.
Oh. Oh, well, there you go.
That's the worst. No, I don't think I have anything right now.
Oh.
Come back to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell my happy one and then I'll close out with my sad one because I guarantee my sad one's the saddest. Sorry, probably is. So did you see the blind autistic kid on America's Got Talent?
Oh,
No-
yeah.
Oh, playing the piano?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good.
Oh my God! So, America. So this kid, fucking, I can't think of his name, but he comes out there. He's with his mom. You know, he's like barely holding himself together, doing the best he can, and sits down at the piano. And this kid just fucking nails it, and it is just beautiful. And I was watching it with Kent, and we were talking about it afterwards, and it's that thing that you get as a musician, like, it's an entirely separate thing in your head. Like, it's not the normal neural pathways and everything, because you can be, like, totally, like, broken as a normally functioning person, and then just have it. And it's just...
Keith Moon.
Yeah. And, like... And I'm not at all a spiritual person. It's not something outside of yourself. It's like tapping into something in you better than what you are. And it's a really, really beautiful thing to see. Like, and especially to see it in people that are handicapped and are challenged, and then just that magic comes out of them. And of course, you know, you've got the, like, Simon Cowell is, you know, like the Cowell himself, but it's just like, oh, that was really good. That was really, really good. And blah, 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 blah. All the fucking judges are like, all just praise him and everything. Goddamn Gabrielle Union. And this is the part that got me, was like, I'm a new mom, and I've never had a job more challenging and more rewarding than being a mom. And there's nothing I wouldn't do for my kids, and I'm gonna do this for you right now. Boom. And like, fucking Terry Crews is back there on the fucking side stage, fucking hanging out with their family, and I'm just I don't watch America's Got Talent. I didn't know that Terry Crews was the host this season, so I'm just like, I was like,
Yeah, that's
Terry
a shock.
I'm just like, Terry Crews is just hanging out with this family. That's the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen. Like, he's just back there like fucking hugging his mom, just like, oh, like, we're so fucking happy. Terry Crews is the black Keanu Reeves. I'm just gonna throw that out
Yeah,
there.
no,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, please.
Apparently, he wants to make another White Chicks movie.
You could say that Keanu Reeves is the white Terry Crews also.
Yeah, you could also say that as well. Like, they complete each other. Oh, I just want to see a movie of Terry Crews and Keanu Reeves just being the nicest fucking people.
Oh man, like a buddy cop movie
Yeah.
where they're just like actually good friends.
Yeah.
No, they're like a buddy cop in a town that has like nothing to do but like help old ladies and
Right.
stuff.
Like actually good cops.
Right. Yeah. Like, they're just the nicest guys. They want to be fucking hard, but they can't.
Did you see how right now, apparently for the first time in history, said the article, we have the most, I'm not even sure if I'm saying this correctly, capability of renewable energy to be higher than coal?
Cool. So this is the transition point where we go in starting to talk about the bad news. Okay, cool. Go on.
Right on. Yeah. Mitch McConnell is still alive.
It looks like a
Is it
turtle.
gonna get sadder than that, Zach? I don't know if it
Yes,
can.
it is going to get sadder than that. But yeah, so we have the ability to completely move to renewable and get off of coal.
But our president says that
Fake news.
the Wind.
Witch hunt
Wind.
emails.
Oh, wind turbines.
Wind turbines are ugly and unsightly, so we can't use them.
They give you cancer.
No, I
Serena.
thought. Yeah.
Well, he's also said they're ugly and unsightly. But
I
yeah,
thought
he
it's
also
because
said
they killed the birds.
they're too loud, they kill birds, they give you cancer, and they're ugly.
Okay. Cool. Well,
Well,
it was,
I don't know if there's anything about that you could say for strip mining, or that you couldn't say for strip mining.
I personally would much rather have to explain to my niece and all of the children around me why they have to die in 180-degree heat and exposure and lack of water and resources, or just being murdered in wars over water. I much prefer that than turbine cancer. So, good call, Mr. President. Very good.
Yeah, I'm well equipped to, force my children, who I'm sure will be pulling my sled of dismemberment after the, post-apocalyptic wars break out.
Yeah.
And we're, in a Mad Max style fight for clean drinking water and fuel.
I can't remember what the number was, but like, I think the Siberia broke like 80-something degrees this summer. Yeah. I could have that wrong.
It's already been above 100 in Georgia
Yeah.
on Labor Day.
The country or the... We hope y'all mind your P's and Q's.
The state
Oh.
usually doesn't get that hot until like closer to the end of July.
Shit.
Yep.
Like it was in before Labor Day when that happened. And it literally just snowed there too, like not too long ago.
Man, we're hitting all these bases. Fucking climate change. I guess next up to bat. God damn it.
Yeah, what's your bad news, Nolan?
Are we just going around the circle?
Yeah.
I mean, my granddad died. My other granddad's about to die.
And I mean, I guess personally that's probably as bad as you're probably going to get here tonight.
We have to
Yeah,
get
I was
Danny
surprised to
neutered.
see it on the paper.
What?
We have to get Danny neutered.
Also personally bad.
Yeah.
No,
For
I
him,
actually...
maybe.
Actually bad news. Let me think.
Wait, was it actually in the
Dave
paper?
Rubin still exists. Mitch McConnell's still alive. Sam Harris still kicking around.
Was it actually in the paper?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it would be in the paper that Dave Rubin is still alive.
Right. I would hope not, at least. Dave Rubin, still
They
alive.
have to update you every day.
Nation bands together. No, I got nothing, man.
You got nothing?
It's zilch.
No more sad for you?
That's my sad news. I don't have any
I
sad
love how you're
news.
like, I can't think of anything good. I got plenty of sad.
I do actually. My entire Facebook timeline is full of either doggos,
Yeah, it's
Keanu
either
Reeves,
it's either fucking
or sad stuff.
It's either you going oh
Did you see that that little girl invented that teddy bear so that she could hide her IV bag?
yeah, that's awesome.
Wasn't that precious?
That was so sweet. You should have mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
I thought it was sad though.
No, I mean
It's both.
yeah,
I mean, it's
She's
like...
like dying of like terminal illness.
yeah,
but
but she's also dying of
cute.
terminal adorableness. This is a terrible
Well-
way to put it, but that is fucking cute. There's
You know
there's
what?
like...
she's providing a
right. The
right.
thing
It's a
is
silver
like
lining. It's a...
exactly.
Yeah, it's a bright moment.
It's the same thing with like with the autistic kid. Like it's still kind of sad. There's just a silver lining to it, bittersweet,
You
whatever.
know, in like some hospitals, they'll put like little plastic covers around the IV bags and like their chemo treatments that have their favorite superhero on them, and they say that it's their they're getting their power that way.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But like these teddy bears are for younger kids who don't like understand that concept, but don't want like to see these tubes going into their arms and stuff.
Is there a superhero with like terminal cancer? Like
Deadpool.
yeah, but Deadpool's fucking immortal. You know,
Right,
like it only affects in his origin really, or in like specific stories and
Hold on,
stuff.
let me look.
You know, someone
Supergirl, or not Supergirl, Power Girl. She's a clone and she has like a degenerative cancer because of that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like a kid who has to like be on like chemo
There is a what is her name? She's in the Batman like future timeline.
Mhm.
She's one of the like card people. She's like the ace of something.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that little girl with like the really dark hair.
Yeah, she's got like the like time dilation or some kind of
Yeah.
powers,
Yeah.
and
And like
she's
if
like
she's
slowly dying.
Yeah, and like her last little show in the animated one is like she's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's her
if
and
I
Batman.
unfreeze time, like I'm gonna die. And he was like, I know, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
That actually affects me up a lot.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Apparently there are many that battle cancer.
There was this this one-off superhero who had this isn't quite the same at all, but it's she lost her arms and legs in an accident and got them, she got super bionic
Yeah.
attachments to replace them. And like she had kind of the similar story of overcoming strife and
Right.
all that
Eddie
jazz.
Brock.
Hmm?
Eddie Brock apparently battled cancer
Oh yeah.
in a limited series.
Yeah, that's right.
Wong from Doctor Strange.
Really?
Superman All-Star.
Oh, okay.
Firestar.
Huh.
Which was in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Question.
The Question, yeah. Vic
That's weird.
Sage.
Thor.
Jane
Oh,
Foster.
Jane Foster, that's right.
Of course, Deadpool. John Constantine.
Oh, Constantine had cancer.
Flux.
No idea.
Captain Marvel.
Definitely a different one.
Yeah.
The death of Captain Marvel is apparently what it's referring to.
Ah. Right. So,
No, I mean, I guess little kids besides that one from the anime Batman series.
Right. So, 5-6 years ago or so, during the Arab Spring, there was this kid. Let me see if I can find his name in Saudi Arabia. Here, let me look here, see if I can.
Will you let me know if we're going up or down with this story?
Oh, we are going to. I mentioned Saudi Arabia. We're going
Yeah,
to
we're gonna
the
plummet.
bottom.
Okay, I'm prepared.
So.
I kind of thought we were still on Feel Good Cancer Stories.
No, we are definitely not on Feel Good.
Feel good cancer stories.
That's what basically called the teddy bear one.
I mean, no, it's like a bright spot and a dark story. It's like I wouldn't call it a feel good.
What do you call a Feel Good story?
I don't know, like Homeward Bound.
Yeah, that's a pretty Feel Good story.
Yeah.
So, this kid, during the Arab Spring protests in Saudi Arabia, was arrested at 10 years old for saying that the people deserve human rights, and he was arrested for this.
For that statement.
For that statement. Okay, yeah, let's see if I can get his name up. So, fast forward, and the king appoints his son, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, as head of state. Now remember that Saudi Arabia is an absolute monarchy. They do not have an independent judiciary. The king or his representative has absolute control over what happens in the society. So this kid, who has been in prison since he was 10 years old, is going to be executed. And they are thinking of crucifying him.
Ugh. God damn.
I win.
Yeah, you did.
For why?
For that.
It's it's one of the functions of executions is that they're supposed to display state power.
Right.
This is to disincentivize people from rebelling in the future, but it's probably going to have the opposite effect it would on me.
It's literally people are, if they know anything about, I guess, Christianity, they'd be like, well, that.
Well, crucifying was around before Jesus.
I
Right.
know, but that's just the quickest story to like contrast.
In
to come to my head.
in our frame of mind, I don't know that it would be in the Middle East where they had the Roman Empire an extra 1,000 years longer than we did, and where they've had those kinds of extrajudicial, or not extrajudicial, but over the top. I can't think of the right word right now. Executions, like
Ultraviolence.
ultraviolet executions. But yeah, and apparently crucifixion in the Saudi Arabian context means display the body after death,
Yeah.
which is still morbid as fuck, but at least it's I can't even say that. Like I can't say at least it's not like actually crucifying him, but like
It's probably going to be worsened somehow, like
probably.
because of the technology to keep him alive longer.
I mean, yeah, but it's Saudi Arabia. They just behead people in the public square.
Do you think that's how it's going to go?
That's probably how it's going to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably going to behead him and put his head up on a pike at the edge of town or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And that is our number one top ally in the world. Ha ha, you thought I was going to fucking lead the show. Yeah, no.
yeah, we are like basically sponsoring their fucking genocide in Yemen right now.
We gave them $110 billion in weapons.
Because they have oil.
We don't even use their oil. It's for our fucking allies. But don't get in my fucking face about North Korea and the threat that Kim Jong-un poses to his people, or Assad,
When we're backing.
or who. Yeah, when we back 73% of the world's dictatorships, and
Right.
that's our top ally. Like, but on a positive note, I'm just gonna put this in your head. Just imagine, just on a casually, leisurely stroll through New York City. You take a turn down Wall Street, and there you see on the corner Jeff Bezos, Timothy Geithner, Elon Musk, all just proudly displayed full on with death to capitalists over their head. Anyway, bye.